In this video, we're going to be ranking all of the 2023, new for 2023 Spirit Halloween animatronics and props. So let's get into the video. Before we get started, I would like to say all thoughts are my own, so I don't care what you think. If YouTube doesn't turn the comments off, you can tell me in the comments what you think and whatever. But before we get started, I would highly appreciate it if you could subscribe and like the video, because it tells the YouTube algorithm that my videos are good and I can recommend them to more people. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so first one is Thrasher, I think his name is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what his name is. But he is a walkthrough animatronic, and I really like him. So I mean, if his voice sounds cool and things, I think maybe A. Okay, so next, I can't remember its name, but it's the Ghost of Brick Thunder just reviewed, at least in the time of recording this. But there isn't much information about it, but it like pops up and forward. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hand. My screen keeps darkening, but I think this is a really cool prop, and I believe it goes in A as well. Okay, this is the Martian from, I believe, Mars Attacks. There will be a lot of people who don't like me if I get that wrong, but whatever the movie is, but it's $400. And because of that, it's a great animatronic, and I love how instead of using fog, it uses water. But it's C. Why did it have to be $400? If this was a Home Depot, it would be like maximum $300. So it's a C for me. I really like the look. It's just not worth the price. Now this one is the Howling Spirit, and I really like this one. I like its face. Even though it's pretty kid-friendly, I prefer to steer toward the more kid-friendly display. But I just really like the look of this one, and I would probably definitely get it. I think it's an A. It's not perfect by any means, but it's a really good prop. Okay, now this one is Hellspawn, and I really like how it's almost like a reskin of Mr. Dark. And I probably prefer Mr. Dark, but I really like this one too. And I really like that pop-up animation. They should do that animation like a Jack-in-the-Box or something. Instead of instead of the one that Home Depot did where it kind of goes side to side, they should do like a pop-up mechanism in a Jack-in-the-Box where like a clown shoots up. But I really like his mechanism, and I think he deserves an S. Now this one, what's his name? I can't remember his name. If I'll say it if I remember. But it's the Bat. Now, it is a pop-up mechanism, which I just stated I do like. But honestly, I could do without the pillar. And like a bigger animatronic and without the pillar, I think would have been cool. Like if it moved the wings or something, I would have preferred, I don't know, like a different animation or something. It looks really cool, just not as cool as I thought he'd be. And I'm gonna say, me personally, B. Okay, Darling Dolly, and straight away, S. I love this one. I probably wouldn't get it because, again, I like to gear to, as I said earlier, I like to go towards more of a kid-friendly display. But I think she's really cool and really creepy and just amazing, so definitely S. Okay, the Cauldroness, and straight away, D. Just, if you look at that face, it just doesn't look scary. And like I said, even I don't really care for it, and I like to do a more kid-friendly display. She just doesn't look right. I like the route that Home Depot went with Lisa Lily, to where she looks really realistic. This one doesn't. Unfortunately, I don't like it at all. Okay, Gordo. S. I really hope I could get this one. He's one that I think I would try to get. And he's awesome. I really like him. A Death Stalker. Another amazing prop. I think he's more. I think he's S, honestly. Okay, so can't remember her name, but she's the rat girl, and I think she's a C. Just, she's in a unique pose. She's just generic, I feel like. I like how her eyes move. That's like the best thing about her. I honestly don't really care for the whole rat thing. I mean, rats are cute. They're sometimes gross, but they're cute. So, I don't really like her. Blackheart. This one, another amazing prop in my opinion. Again, I lean kind of towards the more kid-friendly route. But I might get it. But this thing is amazing. Another S in my opinion. Okay, now we have Dagger Mike. And this isn't as bad as some of the clowns. I probably wouldn't get him, but he's a pretty decent jump scare. I think I'm leaning more toward B. For me personally, I probably wouldn't get him. He's not as bad as some of the ones below him. But he's not as good as some of the ones above him, in my opinion, either. Okay, the cotton candy cocoon, I think it is. I don't have any personal feelings. I've never watched the movie. I have no attachment to the characters. Just from a standpoint of someone who hasn't watched the movie, I think it is a C. I know a lot of people probably disagree with me, but I never watched the movie. I have no attachment to the characters or anything. Okay, now it's the gargoyle that blows out fog. Now, I don't really like this one. It's just the price. I believe it's like $150. Um, yeah. If it was less, I'd get it. Like, maybe 80, 90, 100. I don't. Actually, I think it's more than 150. I think it might be like 250 or 300. No way. No. If it's that much, I don't think so. Because I'm not quite sure, I'll put it in B, and I really like the design. Okay, now it's... I can't remember its name, but it's the tombstone with like the spinning head or whatever. I think that's a nice touch, and I really like animated tombstones. And I want to get more tombstones, but it's expensive. And I don't know. It's just so expensive for a tombstone. I think it's like $150 or something. I do like the design of it though. And I do like animated tombstones. I'll put it in B. Now, this one, I've heard at least one person say they didn't like before the official like opening of Spirit Halloween was, and I might get a chance to see this in person at my local store, but I don't like the face. I mean, from when I saw people like going through the flagship Spirit Halloween, he looked huge. So I don't think he's a C. Just because of his size, I'm gonna give him a B. Okay, poor George. A pretty amazing prop in my opinion. I really like how he spins around like that. It's just such a unique animation. Instead of basically being I can't remember his name. That one clown that was sold last year that just kind of went around. I can't remember his name. But instead of being a reskin of him, it's completely new. So because of that, I'm gonna give him an A. Okay, I remember the name of the vampire bat. His name is Desmotis, I believe. But anyway, this is Menacing Molly. Now I like her audio. I don't like her look. I like her animation. I don't like her look. And I know I said that twice. It's just to make sure you know I'm completely serious. I don't like her look. I like her animation. And I like her audio. I don't like her look. So because of that, I think she's down with the Cauldroness. Maybe even a bit worse. And I like her audio. This is... Why can't I remember his name either? There's just so many animatronics, it's hard to remember all their names. But he's the guy who lifts the pumpkin off his head. And I believe his lights do stay on, so I like that. I like his face and things. Some people don't think it's like gory enough or something. I think it's perfect. I like his face. I think he's an A. Again, I've never seen the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so I don't have any emotional connection to the character. But the look, he looks really realistic and things. Although I sure hope this fits on the screen. Obviously you'll see, and I'll know while editing. Okay, so This one is a B, thankfully. We don't have to overlap it, at least. I mean, it's good, but I probably wouldn't get it. Other than it's a returning prop, I don't really get the appeal. No. This is a good prop. I think in order to get this to fit on the screen, because I'm gonna be on half of the screen and the list is gonna be on half of the screen. I think we have to overlap him. I think he's a B. I think he's better than the Cocoon. But there. I think he's a B. Okay, the new Scary City Scarecrow. And this one is better than the old one. I don't think it's as good as the clear inspiration from Wicked Makers customization. It doesn't look as cool as that, but it looks better. I mean, honestly, I would get it because it's on sale right now as of recording this. I don't know if it'll be when this comes out, but it is right now when I'm recording this. So maybe if you want to check on the website to see if it's on sale. Okay, Scary Rising doll. And I think she is a good doll, but nowhere near as good as Darling Dolly. I think she is an A. Squeeze her in between you two. Okay, and finally, the last one, the Crypt Keeper. And why is it $400? Why are they making all the licensed ones $400? The Aliens $400. The Crypt Keeper, which I believe is from a movie, is $400. Slim, I think his name is $400. Leatherface is really the only one who is not $400 that is licensed. Because he's that price, I think he's on the same level as the Alien. He's the same price. He's a licensed character to which I have no connection to. If this is not a licensed character, then I'm really embarrassing myself. But I believe it is. Anyway, that was my ranking of all the Spirit of Halloween animatronics. And again, I don't know if I said this at the beginning of the video. I guess I'll find out while editing this. If you like what you see and saw, I would highly appreciate it if you could subscribe. It's free and it helps me out a lot. Anyway, remember, on this channel, every day is Halloween. See you next time.